Alright, hello AP Computer Science students. This video goes over how to add an image to a GUI program. Alright, and I'm inside of the Chapter 10 GUIs folder, and there's a little folder here about how to add images. So all the stuff I'm going to go over in this video, you can find in this image program directions. I have it open here, it's a PDF. It'll kind of walk you through the same things I'm doing here. So you can use that as reference. Definitely there's some code you'll need and some code we're going to take out of here. You'll see me take it out of here later. So you click in here, you can see this code. It's kind of a lot going on here, but it's easiest just to kind of copy it and then just change the name to match your photo name, and then go from there. So I'm going to walk you through all the steps starting the very beginning. All right, this video assumes that you already have Windows Builder installed. All right, so hopefully that's already true. So I'm inside of my Eclipse here. I got GUIs 2. I'm just starting all over here. So I got a GUIs 2 Java project, and then I got a space for my programs called Programs. All right, and so I'm going to do File, New, and I'm going to go Other, go to Windows Builder. So hopefully, if you have Windows Builder installed, you should see Windows Builder and Swing Designer, and then find the one that says JFrame. And JFrame is literally just this frame that you see right here. That's a JFrame. It's just a frame that has like an X and a minimize and all that stuff. So we're going to make one of those frames. And Windows Builder will do this all for us. So I'm going to call this one image converter or something like that because we're going to convert an image, flip-flop them with a button. Basically, we're going to make it so that one image is displayed, you hit a button, and then it switches to a different one. Okay, so it'll pop it up. And as always, you should see on here, you should see, oh, it doesn't show up very good now. Go back. But there's a source view and a design view. So I'm going to go into design view and set up my design a little bit by just kind of a drag and drop interface. And especially the first time, you can see why it's not responding here. It takes a while for it to open, especially the first time. So just be patient here and it'll open eventually. All right, so once you're here, I like to double click on this to give myself a little more real estate. I need to get back to my other view and go back. Double click, make it big. And then, so we have a frame, and then inside of there we have what's called like a panel, and that's this gray part right in here. And one of the things, if you haven't seen one of the videos before, make sure you change the layout here. So select content pane, and then change the layout to what's called an absolute layout. And that's going to make this much easier to work with when you lay out your buttons and everything. I'm also going to click on the frame and give it a little bit bigger dimensions. Okay, and so to get my image, I'm going to make what's called a label. All right, or J label, I guess. I'm just going to click it on here, right? And make sure you give it the name. So I'm going to call this one LBL for label and then image. All right, and I'm not going to have any text in it because we're going to put an image in it. So get rid of that. And so now it's hard to even see. It's probably tiny. It's right there. But once you put the image in, it'll get look a little bit bigger. So I call it LBL image. All right. So now to actually add the image in, I'm going to go back to the source code and change some code for this variable called LBL image. All right. So I'm going to go back to source view. Okay, and you can see here's my LBL image, and I've created it here with the new keyword, right? And then I've set the bounds, and then I've added it to the content pane. So I've actually added it to that gray area of my GUI. All right, so what I'm going to do is after it's created, I'm going to add some lines, and these are the lines I'm going to get. So I'm getting these lines straight off of Schoology. Sorry about the goofy audio there, kind of messed it up. So I'm out on Schoology in Chapter 10 GUIs. Let's see, and then I think I'm inside of the images, so how to add images. And then there's this little code right here, directions for adding an image, right? And so it's got all this stuff. And I'm going to get the code right here. All right, so copy that code, go back into Eclipse, paste it in there. All right, and so I'm creating a new image, and then this is the path to it. So in a little bit, I'm going to change this to be the name I want, and then I'm going to add it to my label. So I have to do LBL image, because that's the name of my label. I'm going to add that new image icon. All right, so I'm also getting a lot of errors that doesn't know about image and image icon because I have to import those. So Control Shift O is kind of the fast way to do that. Otherwise, you can go up to the top and import them, with the little errors. But Control Shift O is probably the fastest way. All right, so now that I've got that, now I actually have to make it so I have a photo, right, that I want to show up on my J label, right? And so to do that, I'm going to go back into my Explorer view here, and inside of my project, I'm going to do right click and go new, let's see, source folder. And I'm just going to call this like images, or actually I'm just going to call it IMG for images. I think if you call it images, it won't matter, but just make that. All right, and then that's where I'm going to put my images. Okay, so here's the part where you have a few different options. You can just download some from the internet. You'll need 2 of them. I think I put a couple out here already. So if you want to use my 2 photos, you can do that. You can also get 1 photo and then edit it. So if you have Paint on Windows, you can edit it, or there's an online image editor here. So what I did is I made a photo of myself and then I edited it in Photo 2 here, right? So the point is you need to get 2 photos into this little folder in Eclipse. Okay, so for me, I'm just going to download these. I'm going to click on this guy. Let's see. Save image as. And let's see, I could put it straight into my workspace. So I think I have it called workspace complete. And then I gotta find my project release 2. And let's see, so I made this IMG folder. So I'm gonna put it right in there. Save it there. Back, get my second one. Save image as. Or download it, or whatever you do. Save it in the same spot. Okay, and then one of the tricks here is it won't show up. So like if you say, hey, where's the images there? But you got to do refresh. So I'm going to do right click on it and go up to the menu and hit edit and refresh. And now they should show up. Okay, and so I have photo.jpg, and so I need to make sure in my code that it matches that name. So right here I need a slash and then photo.jpg. Okay, and so to see if this worked, I'm going to click back over here to the design tab. And it did work, but obviously it doesn't show my whole image. So I'm going to click on my label here and make it a little bit bigger, right? And I'm going to make the label fit the image size. One of the really tricky parts about this is resizing images. And honestly, I don't know a great way to do it in the code. Like you would think if you look at the code, you should be able to resize it that way pretty easy, by like using these bounds and these sizes and stuff. But it doesn't work. So what I actually do is I resize my images in like Paint or some program. Oh, that's a math equation. That's fun. But I load them up in Paint, and then you can like resize. So like here in Paint, I think there's an option to resize somehow. Here we go, resize. I can make it like twice as big if I want. Right? So I find it's easier to resize it in my editor instead of trying to resize it in my code. So that's kind of weird, but generally I'd recommend resizing them in an image editor, and then using that image right here, and then it should work. Okay, so now we have at least an image displaying. Woohoo, step 1. All right, that's probably the hardest part. Make this, see if I can get my whole image up there. Some people say I look like a murder or something in this video. I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's the best I got. I don't really have a great smile, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a button that does something. So I'm gonna click on J button, and I'm just gonna do switch image or something. So it's called button, let's see, it's called button new button. So I'm gonna change it BTN, I'm gonna change the name to BTN switch, because it's gonna switch something. And then the text is gonna be, I'm gonna change it to say transform. All right, and then obviously you can make it a little bigger or something if you want. You can all the options are here. You can make the font bigger and stuff. You know, if you want to mess with this. Tahoma, what the heck is that? I don't know, but I made the font a little bit bigger. Okay, but then I want to do something with this button. I want to do an action. So to make an action on the button, you double click on the button. Okay, so now I'm in my buttons action listener, and I don't honestly know what all this code does. All I know is that this is the action. When I click the button, what do I want to happen? All right, and what I want to happen is to change the image of that button. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna, let's see, copy this exact code here about the image, and I'm gonna paste it in here. All right, and then let's see. So all I have to do is change so that the image is, I want it to be photo 2, and then it'll set the image to be that. All right, or sorry, set the label to be that image. All right, and one thing to keep in mind here is make sure that this code is after you created the label. Sometimes I have students like this label code is down here, and then they get an error because it doesn't know what LBL image is, and that's because it hasn't been created yet. So make sure that this code is after that. All right, so let's see if it is working. All right, so I'm going to give this a shot now. I'm going to run it. And I hit transform, and boom, it switches to the image 2. And it doesn't currently switch back. I would let you try and figure out how that's going to happen, but at least I've got it working the basic time so that when I hit the button, it switches that image. Okay, so that is how you do images. And there's lots more pieces to this and other ways to do it for sure. But that would be an example of making a label that has an image. You can also put images associated with like a button. Okay, so real quick to see how you get an image on a button. All right, just make sure you know the name of it. So I think mine is named, let's see, I don't know what the heck it's named. It's up here, button and switch. And I'm going to go back into my code view. All right, and I'm going to need to get an image for this. And so I did just kind of a Google search of, let's see, an OK icon or something like that. There's lots of icons and free stuff out here that you can download. I tried this, actually won this cool thumbs up, but it was SVG, and for whatever reason that didn't work. So generally when you're doing this, just kind of try things, and it might not work, but keep monkeying around and usually you can get it to figure out. All right, but then I did download a second one called Checkmark, and that did work. Okay, so all I did to get this image on my button was to basically take the same image code as before. Right, so these are the same lines of code. And then I'm just going to go up here after the button is created. And I'm going to make a new image. And I'm going to call this image 2 because I already have a variable called image, img. Right, and then I'm just going to change the name down here to be checkmark. Make sure it's spelled exactly the same. And then when I add it here, I want to add it to the button, not my label anymore. Right, so I'm going to type button switch btn, and then I'm going to set its icon to be that image. Right, and so now when I go back into design, I will see, oops, must have changed the name around. Oh, I know what I did. A button switch, I need to set the image icon to be image 2, not image 1. And now when I go back, I should see the check mark. And again, obviously I can resize this, blah, 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 blah. But it should function like a regular button, just has an image on it now. Okay, so I'm gonna hit go. And obviously I would change that a little bit, but I got instead of a word there, I got an image. So that concludes how to do images. Again, all this code and stuff is out here, right, in this how to add images folder along with this video. So hopefully that helps. Have fun with it. It's kind of a cool way is to make your programs have images. All right, take care.